Greetings, and welcome to Movie Recap Vault. In this session, we're presenting a 2015 action and crime movie, titled Sicario. FBI and SWAT officers prepare to forcibly enter an Arizona house, where hostages may be located. One suspect is quickly subdued. The second adversary is found, and quickly neutralized. Reggie notices the shot damage in the wall, uncovered a human head, wrapped in plastic. No hostages are found in the house. Kate is the FBI agent in charge of the kidnapping response team in the Phoenix, Arizona area. Reggie is her partner. Dave, Kate's boss, is told they've already located at least 35 bodies decaying in the walls and haven't finished looking. They note the house is owned by the Mexican Sonora cartel leader, Manuel Diaz. Two police officers locate a locked door on the floor of a shed outside. Kate starts to respond, but is slightly injured in the blast that kills the officers. Later, Kate cleans her wounds and then meets a group in the Phoenix FBI office. Matt is in charge of a small interagency task force, and explains they want to catch Manuel Diaz, Mexican Sonora cartel leader, and members of his family. Matt tells Kate they'll meet at Luke Air Force Base in northwest Phoenix the next morning, and then visit Guillermo, Manuel Diaz's brother, in the El Paso area. Kate agrees to volunteer, so she can catch the people responsible for the decaying bodies just discovered. Meanwhile, in Nogales, Mexico, Silvio is woken by his son. His son wants him to take him to his soccer match. Silvio is a Mexican police officer. The next day, Kate boards a jet with Matt, and meets Alejandro. Alejandro suggests that the cartels in Mexico are his specialty. In El Paso they meet a larger group that includes marshals, DEA agents and Army Delta Force soldiers. They're going to visit Juarez, Mexico, get Guillermo, Manuel Diaz's brother, and return to the U.S. They're warned that they may be attacked at the border crossing when they return to the U.S. Alejandro tells Kate he worked in Juarez as a Mexican prosecutor. He was sent from Colombia. In Juarez they pick up Guillermo, and return to the border. Traffic is stopped, and they notice some shady characters in vehicles nearby. The U.S. team approaches and shoots all suspects when they see a gun raised at them. Kate shoots a person approaching from behind. Back in El Paso, Kate tells Matt that what they just did is illegal. Matt suggests she get used to it. Alejandro is told by a friend in the hall that there's a rumor of a border tunnel being used by the cartel. Guillermo is interrogated and probably tortured by Alejandro. Later, the team lands in Phoenix and starts their drive to Tucson. Vehicles transporting recently caught illegal migrants back to Mexico have been stopped for 2 hours, waiting for the team to arrive. Alejandro talks with the people caught near Nogales. He wants to find information about the tunnel that Guillermo told him about. Matt tells Reggie they're going to make trouble for Manuel Diaz, and hope he goes back to Mexico to see his boss, Fausto Alarcón. The next morning, the migrants with information about the tunnel are in a hotel room explaining details about its location. Next, the team decides to screw with Manuel Diaz's finances. They monitor the parking lot and inside cameras of a bank they suspect is used by him. A suspicious woman is arrested and rolls of cash secured with blue and pink bands are found in the woman's bag. The team believes she's laundering money for the cartel. The team is shown documentation of the loans the cartel gets, and then repays with the suspected dirty drug money. Due to the nature of the transaction, it isn't illegal, and there's no requirement to report the transaction. That night, Kate and Reggie stop for drinks after work. Reggie introduces Ted to Kate. He's a Phoenix police officer Reggie knows. Kate and Ted drink and dance, then visit Kate's apartment. They're about to get frisky when Kate notices a blue and pink band near Ted's keys. The band looks the same as the ones around the cash of the cartel money launderer. Kate immediately tries to distance herself from Ted, but he gets physical and then tries to strangle her. Alejandro arrives, and saves Kate. Later, Ted and Alejandro are in the back of a vehicle. Ted has been beaten and bloodied. Matt wants to know the names of every Phoenix police officer that works for the cartel. The next morning Reggie and Kate meet Matt and the team at a hotel room. Matt has intelligence that Manuel Diaz has been called back to Mexico to talk to his boss about the confiscated money. The team is planning to attack the hidden tunnel, and cause more chaos for Diaz. Kate wants to know more about Matt's plans. Matt is getting tired of Kate's questions and demands and tells her to just stay in Phoenix. He lets her know she was only put on the team because the CIA can't legally work on U.S. soil, unless they're part of an interagency team. Kate decides to go with the team to the tunnel. Meanwhile, Silvio is waiting as the cartel members load his Mexican police car with drugs. Once loaded, he transports the drugs to the Mexican side of the tunnel. Later, the Delta Force group moves into the tunnel. They're followed by Matt, Alejandro, then Kate and Reggie. Delta uses their suppressed weapons to neutralize the cartel members, until they're discovered. Then, the chaos battle begins. While Matt and the Delta Force are exchanging rounds with the cartel members, Alejandro takes a different path in the tunnel. Kate follows Alejandro. Alejandro exits the tunnel, as Silvio is offloading drugs. The cartel member helping Silvio is shot, and Alejandro starts searching Silvio. Suddenly, Kate appears and tells Alejandro to move away from Silvio. Alejandro purposely shoots Kate in her vest, and warns her never to point a gun at him again. Silvio is forced to drive Alejandro away from the tunnel. After Kate recovers, she moves back through the tunnel to the US side and confronts Matt. Matt informs her that Alejandro was part of a Colombian cartel, and now is a CIA contractor. Alejandro was hired to help the CIA catch Alarcón, who is Diaz's boss. Alarcón gave the order to decapitate Alejandro's wife and throw his daughter into a container of acid. Kate thinks what Matt is doing is illegal, and tells him she plans to tell everyone. Matt doesn't think that would be wise. Meanwhile, Alejandro is in contact with his team that's monitoring drone footage, and knows where Diaz's car is located. Alejandro has Silvio pull over Diaz's car. When Silvio confronts Diaz, Alejandro kills Silvio and wounds Diaz. Diaz is then forced to drive Alejandro to Alarcón's house. After Alejandro kills Diaz and the guards, he confronts Alarcón, who is having dinner with his family. Alarcón tells Alejandro that having his wife and daughter killed wasn't personal. Alejandro tells him it was, for him. He tells Alarcón it's time to meet God, and shoots his 2 boys and wife. As Alarcón is in shock, Alejandro kills him. The next day, Kate is on her apartment's balcony and hears a noise inside. Alejandro has visited with a document he wants Kate to sign. The document states everything the team did was legal. Kate won't sign it, and is petrified. Alejandro tells her she'd be committing suicide if she doesn't sign it. Kate signs the document. Alejandro tells Kate she should move to a small town with laws, because this is now the land of wolves and she isn't a wolf. Back in Mexico, Silvio's son stares at his father's bed. He and his mother go to his soccer match. When nearby gunshots are heard, the players briefly stop. Soon thereafter, the game and life continues. The end. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks.